What's up, my archfiends of chaos? My head hurts and I need to go to Comic-Con, so I need to get up a little earlier, at least before 10ish, and get myself ready. So I need to hurry up and make this video and get this on here. Now, this is on how many ways you can cheat in Dissidia NT. So you know, when I make these rage things on my streams, they're not just out of saltiness or anything like that. These are legitimate, and we're gonna be covering both regular, like casual play and possible tournament stuff that will be not allowed in the tournament circuit of Dissidia NT. So, you know, I want to get right into this video so I can get finished with this and you know, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started right now on how to cheat in Dissidia NT Cheaters Edition. Let's roll the number one. You see the obvious thing right on my screen right here. The obvious thing is personally run out until you run out of time. Now, this penalizes both players, so, you know, if you do this, then you have to have a bad grudge against the other team, or you just dare to be a troll and an asshole, and if that's the case, your PSN account should be banned for doing this, if you're doing this for trolls. But running out until time runs out, because this messes up your ranking if you're playing ranked online, and you know, and yeah, both teams do lose. So that's why I said if someone's trying to do this, then they're purposely trying to throw the match just to piss you off and to troll and just to trigger and get you upset. And you should be banned for this cheat because, and plus it's bitch made. It's bitch made to go around running out until time because it's a fighting game. You're supposed to, I don't know, fight. You know, not run away. This is not a racing game. If you want to play a racing game, go play Gran Turismo. But yes, the top number one is running out of the ring until time, running out and dodging attacks and running out of the ring until time goes out. You're supposed to put in some attacks and help your teammates. This is a team-based fighting. Now, this is not really a casual thing, and I really don't have a good footage except for this one. But you know, I was gonna say, I think in like tournament play, like in leagues and stuff like that, constantly hitting your opponent to their wall, you know, and just constantly spamming, you know, regular basic attacks while they're up on against the wall. And I can see why, you know, I can see why this could be concerning to some people into the fighting game community as a whole, because you know, it's gonna be really hard for them to move if you constantly spam attacks and then do your HP attack to knock them out. So I don't think it's really a bad thing if you're doing casual play or ranked matches, to be quite honest. I don't think it's really that bad personally, but I think for like someone who puts money into these tournaments and stuff like that, it could be a banned thing to do. You could probably get disqualified for constantly hitting your opponent against the wall and stuff like that. You're gonna have to let them have some room. So if they get, you know, sprung onto a wall, I think you could possibly, for like the tournament league stuff, you could possibly be facing a disqualification. Or if you're playing a tournament that's nice enough to allow it. If you're playing a nice enough league where they allow you to get a second chance, you might have to repeat the match before going on. But most tournaments aren't like that, especially when you get into the pro leagues of this game, and not just this game expressly, but any and all fighting games. I think you could be facing most likely a disqualification if you hit your opponent on the wall and constantly spam regular attacks, and when he gets on Braver Break then do an HP, because I can see, like, tournament-wise, for the tournament official reasons, yeah, that could be unfair. But for, like, casual and ranked online and just regular matches, there's, you know what, go nuts. You know, you could do that all day, every day, if that's how you have your play style, of course. Personally, if that's the only play style you got, then you got a problem coming, because if you can't get me to a wall, then I could screw you over. So this is actually a double-edged sword tactic, because if you can get someone on the wall, but if you got someone who's good as I am, or anyone who's tournament good in general, then you're gonna find it hard to get someone put on the wall. Thus, you might end up putting on the wall and constantly attack and have HP attack. But I don't need to use my HP attack on the wall. You know, I just power up my bravery and just go after HP once I get that bravery all the way to the purple numbers. So you really don't need to do that. But for tournament based reasons, yeah, I can see how that could become illegal. Another thing too, lightning's razor gaze attack. You could spam that and get 2 bravery breaks, and have the last razor gaze that will hit will actually incapacitate your opponent instantly. And then how much damage it does if you don't even have if you don't have your brave even if you don't have your bravery high enough to actually knock out your opponent per se. If you don't have enough bravery to knock your opponent per se, you can still do at least a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage. And Square Enix took out the big the longer and bigger, stamina bar, and thinking that's going to prevent cheating, which I don't think it is unless people are running out of the ring because of it. But that's not, we're talking about the lightning cheat. You could cheat, plus you could cheese lightning if you just do Ravager and hit him up in the air, then use Razor Gaze or Crushing Blow or Thunderfall, and pretty much do so much damage. You can pretty much humiliate your opponents really well. Like, this is a good way to humiliate your opponents super well. You do this, you can humiliate them because they got nothing. Pretty much, if you're a troll, you would love to use this maneuver 24/7. Look, now, before anyone says anything, I do like Lightning as a character. I just think that Team Ninja kind of mentally faps off to her so hard. Don't get me wrong, I want to bust in one inside Lightning. I want some of that Lightning. Hell, she's sexy as hell. I'm not gonna lie, but let's just be realistic. It don't matter if a character's sexy now. You could put Tifa in there, and I'd be salty if Tifa had moves that can take your HP down, and they can keep spamming them while you're in the air, and you can't do nothing until you get the Bravery Break, and they eventually incapacitate you. Now, I think the worst part with Lightning isn't that. It isn't the cheesing. I mean, it's bad, but I don't think the cheesing with Ravager mode is really that bad. Compared to the HP attack Razor Gaze, because you can constantly spam those, and those go fast, and those will follow you. Razor Gaze, if anything else, is just like Frieza's version of Destructo Disc in Dragon Ball Z, pretty much. That follows you through half the map, and it's fast, so you can keep doing that HP attack all day, especially if someone's playing a heavy. If someone's playing a Garland, even someone is not as heavy as Garland, like Sephiroth, then they're in trouble. They're in trouble if they're playing X-Death, Sephiroth, Garland, or Gobez. They can't get themselves out of the Razor Gauge HP attack. And not only that, but even just one Razor Gaze, I think that's what it's called, Razor Gaze. I'm gonna call it Razor Gaze because it's what it is. It's what I think it is. But anyways, it could do a Bravery Break instantly too. So all they have to do is throw another Razor Gaze, and you could be incapacitated really well, which is very stupid. And this is why there's a lot of trash Lightnings out there. Now there's good Lightnings. Now my friend Lady Yuna 10, which I'm gonna give her a shout out on, that the one girl I played with, the gamer girl. you know, I gotta give it to her. Her lightning's good. Even though she's just started the game, her lightning's good because she actually does more attacks rather than just cheese her and, you know, use razor gauge. And, you know, I gotta say there are good lightnings, but the horrible thing about lightning mains is that, you know, lightning mains get a bad reputation. And it sucks because there's good lightning mains who play the character fair, but the rest of the lightning mains play her because they know how easy of a win it's gonna be, and some people live the troll. Some people go to fighting games and pick the cheapest characters just to troll you online because they're pathetic pieces of they're pathetic pieces of sperm ever existed. They're a waste of their mom's, you know, birth. I know I'm gonna go really harsh, but they are. And the reason I say that is because they cause other lightning mains to get the same bad reputation, which is not fair because Lightning is a good character. It's sad that Lightning is getting abused, though. It's sad to see Lightning get abused like that, you know? And then people who are mains get hate because of what these dumbass, stupid, trolling-ass players do, or they use fucking razor gauge every 5 fucking seconds, which gets me really heated. So I'm gonna be heated on this one, you know? Stop spamming razor motherfucking gauge. It's bad, and when you do that all the time, you're trash Lightning. So sorry about that. I kind of went far, but that's the thing that annoys me the most about that cheat. So Lightning razor gauge HP attack cheat is what that is. Now another character that's overpowered, Ace. Fire AR. Now it's not as fast as razor gauge, so you can't constantly do fire AR. But if you're able to do one good fire AR, you could do a braver break and a whole bunch of damage, irregardless of what characters your opponent plays. Even if they play Vaughn, and Vaughn's a spammy character, you know, even if they play Vaughn, it makes no damn difference. If someone plays Ace and does fire AR, they could hit your HP all the way down, and then they could end up, and you know, then they can end up bravery breaking you and incapacitate you really easy. Very simple victory. Now it will not work on the summons, thank God, and the final boss, which that'd be too easy. But this will work on other AIs or other players online, no matter what character they play. Even if they play a fast character like Titus, it makes Titus or Noctis or Squall, it don't matter. Even if Shantoto gets hit with the fire AR, half her health is gone. In a bravery break would instantly happen, which means you spam another fire AR, you incapacitate your opponents really easy. And it's really cheap on the fact that both Ace and Lightning are OP characters. And just like Lightning mains, Ace mains get a bad reputation as well. And it makes sense that they'd get a bad reputation because it's, again, if you're spamming your trash player. Simple. It's simple. It's simple. If you just sit there and spam all day, every day, then you are a trash player. You are a trash at that character. You do not learn the character's movesets. You do not know the way. But nonetheless, I think the Ace one would cover the last one because, you know, sure, it's not as fast as Lightning's thing, which you constantly spam, but it's kind of cheap on the fact that you pick a character that can damage anybody so bad and just take advantage of that, which Ace gets a lot of abuse. So with that, you know, may the crystal be with you and do not do any of these cheat moves.